Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle once and for all.
Best mall store, best mall store.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcast should have a theme song. Podcast should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Hal, tell me about the mall you grew up going to.
I would say for the majority of my life, I went to the Willow Grove Mall in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, which at one time had been a fairgrounds. Mm-hmm. So in the middle of that mall, there are a lot of malls that have a merry-go-round. This one had the horses of a merry-go-round suspended. It was like a decoration, almost like a chandelier.
Like a warning to other
as
horses?
A reminder. Yes. It used to be Willow Grove Park.
Yeah.
Now it is Willow Grove Mall. I think it still stands to this day, but that was the main mall that I would go to as a kid. What about you?
For me, it was West Town Mall, exit 380 off Interstate 40 in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's where I met Cecil Baldwin when he was working at the Cinnabon in the West Town Mall.
See, good things happen at the mall.
No, I didn't meet him there. I knew him it was where I would meet up with him.
Oh, I see.
Lee and I would go to the mall and we would go meet Cecil and he would sneak us free Cinnabons because he did not care about giving away free food.
No way.
Yeah, right? That guy? Come on. He seems like such a corporate shill.
There are rules.
Yeah.
Mark, there are rules. And I can't just give you a Cinnabon.
He had that voice even then.
Welcome to Cinnabon.
Thanks. I feel like I'm about to watch a movie in a Regal.
We come to this place to laugh, to cry. They changed that, but they're still using. I think they either re-edited it or they shot new footage because I went to the movie Sunday night and at the very beginning, out comes
our girl Nicole, but she doesn't step in the puddle anymore.
Yeah, no, we don't get the full dramatic, I wonder where she's going. Yeah. I'm in an AMC theater. The suspense is killing me. Oh, she's going into a movie theater that's an AMC.
Though
who knew?
I think she still gets that line in, heartache feels good in a place like this.
Yeah.
Is it heartache or heartbreak? One of them.
Sure.
I'll tell you where heartache feels even better is at that Cinnabon sitting down in that mall in front of some icing and specifically the middle section.
Oh, yeah. That's where all the cinnamon juice is.
I love me some cinnamon juice.
Give me that cinnamon juice,
sweet
all the buttery,
juice.
Sugary frosting on there.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that your mall began as a fairgrounds because, Hal, let's jump back in time, shall we, to our history lesson. The Palomalio. Sure. So we have my people to thank once again was a game, ball and mallet game, predecessor to croquet that was played on a green that was because the name Palomalio began to be known as the mall. And these greens became public spaces that everyone would go and visit, famously our national mall here in the United States. Then later on, it was a promenade place, a place to meet, a place to gather. And of course, commerce showed up. So in the mid-1950s, we got the indoor mall. Did you go a lot? You say that was your mall.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there a lot? What drew you to it?
Oh, yeah. Every weekend. Almost every weekend. You go there. You get food there. You go to the arcade.
Yeah.
You'd go to the comic book shop when it was there and open. You'd go see what video games were at Babbage's.
Ah, you guys had Babbage's?
We had Babbage's, then Electronics Boutique.
Yeah.
All of those. Now, GameStop, you went to all of those places. If you needed clothes, you went to the mall. You got that was where you went to get almost everything but groceries. So it was the place to hang out. Mall culture was a very big deal in the 80s and then into the 90s.
Yeah, because you know what you don't have when you're a teenager? Money. You know what's free to wander around? The mall.
That's right. That's right.
But what little money we did have from, as in Cecil's case, working at the Cinnabon, we did spend at said mall.
Yes.
So today we are going to celebrate the iconic bit of Americana and pop culture called the mall. And we're going to look at some of the great stores, some of the terrible stores, and pick definitively once and for all what is the greatest mall store. Yes. I have a way I'd like to approach this.
Oh, okay. You have a way. Can I do a shout out as well, since you talked about the fine Italian heritage of the mall?
Sure.
And shout out the Italian heritage of all of the stores that are there.
How so?
Like Sephora.
Sephora.
Sbarro.
Oh, yeah. Aeropostale.
Surf-a-side fries.
Gadzooks.
A Forever 21.
No, that's 21.
Forever 21.
Oh, my gosh. Italian Eagle.
El Gap.
All right. So I want to look at this. I want to approach this. Welcome to the We Got This Mall, everybody.
Oh, boy.
You've just walked into the We Got This Mall and you're looking at that big board. I loved the big board at the mall. I love the map. Yeah, that big map.
When you say big board, it looks like it's at an airport. Like this is when all the stores are arriving and leaving. But you're talking about the giant map.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh,
it wasn't just a board.
Build-A-Bear
it was a map.
says arriving 1996.
I have to, Build-A-Bear.
Sure.
It's Italian.
I'm sorry.
Please say it properly.
I didn't mean to disrespect the Italian heritage of Build-A-Bear.
Thank you.
So imagine we're looking at this map, and this is old school map, not like the ones they have now. I still have a mall. It's here in Los Angeles. I've got, it's right off of Magnolia in my neighborhood. And they have the map where if you touch it, now it's touchscreen map. You touch the store you want to go to. It does like a 3D rendered first Mission Impossible movie. Here's how we're going to do this. Walkway path to get you to where you're going. But this is an old school map.
Those suck.
So we've got down at the bottom of the map, you always have the map legend, with all the numbers to correspond to the little boxes, and it's divided into categories. So Hal, if we may, I'd like to look at this as we frequently do via categories. We've got clothes. We've got department stores.
Yes. Food and drink.
We've got, okay, here's my question. Does this need to be 2 episodes?
No.
Okay. So food and drink, we're going to include in this. Because I was doing food and drink and I was like, we might need 2 for that. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then jumping straight to specialty. Clothes, department stores, food and drink, and specialty stores. And when we get to specialty stores, I got something I want to try with that. So we'll save that one for the end.
Start us off. Walk us through the big board of the mall.
The big board of the mall. Now departing Abercrombie and Fitch.
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Abercrombie. Let me know if I miss any of these. By the way, I loved Annie and I were talking about this earlier because I was saying to her, I was like, there are a lot of mall stores that are specifically for women's clothing that I would never shop in growing up because I didn't wear women's clothing growing up. But those stores were quite popular throughout the mall. And then, of course, the department stores. She said the department stores are where your parents went to get you clothes.
That's right.
You went to get your clothes in the other shops throughout the mall.
You went to Gap. You went to Banana Republic. Old Navy, maybe.
I left Old Navy off the list because I wanted to keep it to stores that seem pretty strictly mall stores, at least at this time. And Old Navy became a big box store where I was from.
That's right.
Or began as one,
It's a lot of outdoor, but also indoor. Like when you see it in a mall, you're like, oh, they have one in this mall.
Yeah.
Normally I see them outside.
And there's a lot of these that you could find in a mall. Dick's Sporting Goods, or a Ross Dress for Less that you see enough outside the mall environment that they're not included in here. And I'm trying to drop these in. It's going to sound like it's alphabetical, but it's not. We're going in roughly price order. So 3 or 4 little dollar signs down to 1 little dollar sign.
The most expensive to the least expensive.
You can put it that way as well.
Just trying to understand. I'm just trying.
So here's what I've
tried so hard.
Here's what I've got
to understand.
And you tell me any that you would add to this. We're going to start with Abercrombie and Fitch, Anthropologie, American Eagle, Hollister, Gap, Aeropostale, Charlotte Russe, H&M, and Gadzooks. We've also got Victoria's Secret, which I am eliminating offhand. I'm eliminating Victoria's Secret immediately.
Because it makes you uncomfortable. Admit it. Admit you're uncomfortable.
You know why I'm uncomfortable, Hal? Because Victoria's Secret is the most Epstein-Filesy of all mall stores.
Taking my finger back.
Yeah, take that finger back. Les Wexler.
Go back to Gadzooks.
Yeah. Here's what Gadzooks is.
What is that? Is that a clothing store for clowns and silent film stars?
Yeah.
Gadzooks, you're going to love your deals you get here. Giant shoes and wet pants.
It's Oops All Edwins.
All of our clothes are on the ceiling. You have to laugh to try them on.
Gadzooks is a clothing store where if you weren't quite edgy enough for Hot Topic, you went to Gadzooks for your slightly edgy clothes. Really? I'll tell you what Gadzooks was. Gadzooks was the store that I walked by and went, that's a fun name, and never went inside.
So you couldn't tell me what's in a Gadzook. Do you know, we don't have to look this up. Are they still in business as far as you know?
You know what?
Can't look it up.
I can't look it up. So I'm going to say, yes, don't anybody crush my dream if it's not true.
You know what? If you want to live in a world where Gadzooks is still operating and flourishing, I don't want to deny you that. Or all of the clowns and silent film stars out there, or the ghost of Ed Wynn who needs to get clothes somewhere.
Yeah, but it's the Italian Gadzook, so it's not always Ed Wynn in there. Sometimes it's Pagliacci.
There you go.
Hey, I know what the prescription is for you. The prescription for you is go see Pagliacci at Gadzooks. But dottore, I am a
I saw
Gadzooks.
Pagliacci at Gadzooks in 74. It's opening for Bowie. It was great.
So I figure we can pick one out of this category. Are there any that I missed that come to mind immediately?
I think you got most of them. Is J. Crew? Did you say J. Crew?
Oh, I didn't say J. Crew.
Feels like a mall store.
Yeah. J. Crew feels like a catalog store to me, but I think I did see it in the mall.
There's some J. Crews. Really, it was like Gap and Banana Republic are the two that I remember most. I remember when Aeropostale and American Eagle opened as well. That was a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got those at the West Town Mall.
Lane Bryant, you have that in there? Lane Bryant's a clothing store
Lane
that you see in malls. Also outdoors. You also see it outdoors.
Yeah, J. Crew, I think, has been replaced by, or at least supplemented by Vineyard Vines these days at the mall. You know that store?
No.
If you ever see somebody who has a shirt with a little cartoon picture of a whale on it, that's Vineyard Vines. It's one of those brands that's like, I'm wearing this brand so everybody knows, hey, everybody, I'm wearing Vineyard Vines.
I don't like that name. That's where I'm going to stop. I'm not even going to ask any questions about it. I'm just going to say I don't like the name. Hey, Vineyard Vines, I don't like the look of it.
Yeah. And also, if we're cross-multiplying, we can cancel out Vin and Vines and just call it the Yard. So, sorry, the Yard. You're going back to prison where you belong.
Bye. Enjoy working out a whole bunch.
Have fun with Victoria's Secret in prison.
Enjoy sipping your toilet wine.
Oh, Ken has brought up chess. I don't remember chess.
I don't remember chess either. I remember the musical Chess, which is ABBA.
Sure. Wait, ABBA wrote that?
Doesn't it feature their music?
I think you're thinking of Mamma Mia.
No, Chess also has music from, I think, two of them.
I didn't know that. I love Anthem from Chess. It's one of the greats.
I don't know.
There's a production going right now.
Hey,
don't look it up.
That's my Gadzooks. Chess is my Gadzooks. Let's not look it up. I don't want to live in a world where ABBA wasn't involved in chess.
Yeah. And you know what?
I want to live in my world where
we're all hanging out on the ceiling in Gadzooks with Pagliacci.
Benny and Bjorn are like, let's put One Night in Bangkok in there, which I know is not them. That's Murray Head. Murray Head is the ABBA of chess. That's what people don't realize. So that's probably why I made that connection.
Hold on a second. I'm going to look for the rails. Oh, there they are.
You're just clinging on. We're on that minecart from Temple of Doom.
Oh, no.
We just made the jump.
Stop.
I will say, maybe this is more of a problem I had as an adult, although also as a teenager too. A lot of these stores did not have clothing that would fit me, especially as an adult when I was bigger. Mm-hmm. Like the Gap was aspirational in terms of like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to be a size where stuff fit in there?
Yeah.
Because that was like the fashionable place to get clothes. Like Gap was cool.
Yeah, I feel like Gap
when I was younger.
At least, yeah, where I was too. Gap was the one that set what was cool in our town, which I didn't like every once in a while when Gap would stop having any colors. And you would go by and you're like, everything this year is just khaki or white. You're like, okay, yeah, I guess
white, tan, acid wash, maybe a jean.
Yeah, I guess this is what we're wearing now. Give me the store with the Z Cavaricis and the Zubaz pants. Yeah.
Those were all Philadelphia.
Oh, those are amazing.
Zubaz mothership, Philadelphia,
was
Pennsylvania.
It? Of course it was.
There's still people wearing it. Was? Or still there are neighborhoods that are Zubaz hot zones around the city.
I thought the Zubaz now were just relegated to Eagles colors and branding, which I guess is what everybody in Philly wears anyway. Yeah.
That's right. Also wrestlers, professional wrestlers are known Zubaz wearers or were.
I always liked,
They're roomy.
I liked Hollister a lot. And here's why I liked Hollister. Because they would build that giant, crazy entrance out in front that made it look like you weren't walking into a mall store. You were walking into a beach cabana. Like, look at this West Knoxville, Tennessee beach cabana. This is amazing.
Yeah, you like an experience.
Yeah.
You want your stores to give you an experience.
And I like it when they touch all the senses. Abercrombie and Fitch would spray that cologne Woods all over the store so your nose would bring you in. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, I loved that. Abercrombie problematic now because a lot of these are problematic now because it turns out they had CEOs who were monsters.
Surprise,
I
surprise.
know, right?
Banana Republic always seemed like they were having an experience. Like they were like, wouldn't it be amazing to be on a safari, but you're rich? Go on a safari to your local Fairmont hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
and you'll get the experience.
The blunderbuss of stores.
Yeah, everything has pockets.
Yeah. I say, old man.
I say,
shall we take a
would
safari?
You need something out of my... I have a hat pocket. Let me get something for you.
I mean, it's funny that that's the case because the name Banana Republic is what you call an exploited island.
That's, what a shocker.
Yeah, right?
Part of the Gap family.
Jeez.
Which started as a clothing and records store. We didn't get
Did it really?
We didn't get the cool version of the Gap when it opened in 1969 in San Francisco. Yes, they sold clothing and they sold records.
Huh. I didn't know that.
And now look at them.
Yeah, now look at them. Just khaki.
Just khaki.
I will say, though, quality-wise, I think if we're going for clothing, I'm going to make an argument for, at least back in the day, American Eagle. I was always at American Eagle getting those jeans. My mom was like, you know what? These fit you. They got them in the sizes big enough for you. Because I was pushing my 36s were in the middle of the rack, not at the far end as they were in some of the stores.
Because you were shorter.
Yeah.
So they were like Chungus jeans.
Yeah, 36. They're like 36.
They were Cho jeans.
So your length is 36 also, right? I'm like, nah, man, it's 36. You got 29s?
36 14s. Do you have those? Look, I'm built like the egg that Silly Putty comes in. Where are my jeans? Show me on the rack where my jeans are. American Eagle also, I remember having a lot of, I would get button down shirts there because this was my look in high school was sneakers, jeans, t-shirt with something on it.
Yeah.
Some things never change. And then over it, an open flannel shirt. You can get some good flannels in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? Can we say American Eagle is going to win the clothing category because we know that clothing is the most boring thing at the mall to buy?
Totally fine with
Great.
me.
American Eagle wins by sure. So let's jump now to accessories, shall we?
Oh, so we're going to Claire's?
Accessories. I'm making
the Piercing Pagoda?
I'm making Claire's a binary. Piercing Pagoda, a classic. I think Claire's already beats that. Sunglass Hut, another classic. I didn't have Sunglass Hut on here.
Lens Crafters?
Oh. Zales.
Zales?
Yeah. No, I think it's not Sunglass Hut and it's not Zales. I think this is a binary choice.
Oh, okay.
I think we got the kids that sit in the front of the class and the kids that sit in the back of the class.
Was it Hot Topic?
This is a binary battle between Hot Topic and
That's a clothing
Claire.
store, though.
Yes.
Hot Topic's also
Hot
a clothing
Topic is
store.
also a clothing store, but Hot Topic, the coolest stuff at Hot Topic are the accessories.
Don't you think, looking back now,
Yeah.
at all the wallet chains you can buy,
Yeah.
and all the things you can get at Hot Topic that were supposed to be like cool and counterculture at the time, like punk rock, emo, whatever it is, that it is the most try-hard store that's like, it's like Steve Buscemi with the two skateboards in 30 Rock doing that. How do you do, fellow teenagers?
Yeah, I get it.
You know what kids today like? Things from 1982 on t-shirts. It's 2004. These kids know who Mr. Bubble is. Let's put on a t-shirt for them.
I guess it is the store for Peter Pans.
Yeah. You know what's hard-edged is putting the Fruit of the Loom guys on a baseball tee. Try that out.
Come on, man. Don't go hard against Hot Topic. They were the only place you could get studded leather fingerless gloves and a tongue ring. Claire's would pierce your ears. Hot Topic would pierce anything.
It's like part of the Village People exploded in a store. Like, you want all of our, as seen in some scenes from Police Academy. Here is Hot Topic.
Yeah, it's just Bobcat Goldthwait's Zeke. Was that his name? Zed?
Zed.
It's where Zed shops.
It's where Zed.
I liked it. I like the t-shirts.
It's where you shop if you want to look like Zed.
All right.
Zed goes to some leather shop you don't know about.
Zed dumpster dives because he's got all the time in the world to do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Claire's, the wholesome, where everyone gets their ear pierced.
Yeah.
Or ears, frequently way too young. Babies are getting their ears pierced at Claire's, and it's all like sparkle stickers.
Yes. It is a coming of age store.
Which, if the mall is a coming of age place, then there is no more iconic coming of age store in the mall than Claire's.
At what age do you think, as two cis hetero white males in their late 40s, do you think is the age at which people age out of Claire's? Like, what is if you were to put like ideal for ages X to X on Claire's, not as like you can't come in here if you're a little older or a little younger,
right.
But like this is your sweet spot. What would you say?
I think Claire's sweet spot is middle school.
So 12 to 14.
Yeah, probably
11 to 14.
Probably 11 to 14, maybe 15.
And then where do you go when you age out?
Hot Topic. When you age out, here's the order. You ready for the order? It goes like this. It goes Claire's, then Hot Topic, then Zales.
Yeah. Isn't there another store that's like Hot Topic, but for adults where they have like weird stuff like that? I can't remember the name of it. And it's not a store that's in the mall. It's like an outdoor store. When you see stuff like Dick's in the mall, you're like, oh, they trapped one.
Yeah.
They trapped one in here. They're making it live in the mall. It's not meant to be here.
No, let it roam free.
It's like a zoo.
Dick's should be a free range store.
Right. Yeah. Let Dick's out. Let Old Navy roam the way it wants to. There is a store like that when you get a little bit older, and I won't remember the name of it until 2 weeks from now. And it won't matter because it's an outdoor store anywhere. But there is like a graduated store that overcharges you for things that are supposed to be cool. Like, here's a trucker hat with Curious George on it.
Like Von Dutch?
For $50.
There's Tilly's.
Not Von Dutch.
Tilly's is like
Not
the
Tilly's.
skatery kind of store.
Tilly's feels like...
This was another one we were talking about earlier. I liked the way Andy put it. Tilly's is a cross between PacSun and a Hot Topic.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. I like a Tilly's. Tilly's also, I feel like Tilly's is where you can go and be a skater and get cool skater stuff. But because they have Dickies, you'll also see just like working blue collar guys there in their 50s. Like, hey man, I just need a new Dickies jacket. And they got them here.
No way. I need that to skateboard.
I need this to work my job that I have third shift because I have 4 kids I'm supporting.
I need it to work the curb outside of that bank where I'm not supposed to go.
All right, man. Sick
Sorry.
Ollie.
Yoink.
But I think out of accessories, it's got to be Claire's.
Yeah, I think so
All
too.
Right. We got our clothing store. We've got our accessory store. Let's jump to department stores. I really think there's only 3 contenders in this one. Sears, Macy's, and JCPenney.
That's right.
And Sears sold clothes, but they also had cool departments like Craftsman Tools and beds.
Yep.
And a portrait gallery.
Maytag.
Yeah.
Stuff. Whatever Maytag's not their brand, but like their brand of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Macy's. I love Macy's. I love Macy's for Christmas. JCPenney just feels like if someone said department store, be like, probably a JCPenney. That it doesn't have anything special to it except that that is also one.
I only think of the 2 of them because they're really the only ones left. There was a Bloomingdale's in the Willow Grove Mall.
Sure, there was a Montgomery Ward here, but the only thing still existing from it, you probably drive by it a lot. It's not far from you, is the faded outline of its letters that used to be on the outside of the building.
Right.
But come on, man.
Belk's is like a southern.
Yeah, Belk's.
More of a southern, like the southeast United States. Kohl's. Yeah. Kohl's is an outdoor store. That's like an outdoor where you go in on your own and then you can, a lot of the department stores you can just go into the department store. You don't have to mix with the rabble that are going to Hot Topic and American Eagle and Claire's.
You've got your 2 choices at this particular JCPenney. You can go left out that door and there's a parking lot. You can go right out this door and there is a whole mall of weirdness just waiting for you.
You will come out right next to the offices and a massage place that nobody goes to.
Yeah, that real estate right by the department store is usually reserved for stuff that you've never heard of.
Crap. So you're not drawn away from the store. Also, no matter what floor you enter in a department store, you are 10 feet away from the smelliest makeup and perfume counter possible.
I like the way it
it's
smells.
on every floor.
I'm a
it's
perfume and
too
cologne
much.
guy. I like them. Load me up.
A perfume, a cologne.
I was just going to say I'm Italian. We love cologne and perfume.
You love your scents.
I do.
That's fine. I would pick Macy's.
Over Sears,
Yes.
they have Craftsman tools.
Where? Which location? Point me towards
They
them.
literally make them. Sears is the inventor of the Craftsman tools.
Kenmore. And Kenmore
Yeah,
too.
but-
Kenmore appliances.
When I'm going to a department store now, it's funny because I'm thinking a lot of this, I'm thinking about my 90s life. You know what I mean? As a teenager.
Yeah. I don't remember. Sears weren't at any of the malls that I went to as a kid. It was always Macy's at one end, JCPenney at the other. And then they would each have like the Macy's would have a second store or the JCPenney would have a second store. They each would have a second store for like home goods, maybe.
Yeah. I love Macy's. I'm a Macy's guy now. I have a Macy's card. I love it.
Sure.
I go there a lot. All right. And just for their relationship with Santa and Christmas in New York City, let's go Macy's.
There you go.
All right, Hal. We've got our clothing store, we've got our accessory store, and we've got our department store.
That's right.
We have a lot of specialty stores. But the thing is, around the country, different people had different stores. You know what I mean? Like Thin Mints taste
True.
a little different in some places. Samoas are called Caramel Delights in some places.
Yeah.
And in much the same way, there are different regional versions. And also sometimes within the same town, 2 different malls will have different versions. So I have a couple of binary choices that I think we need to make first.
Go ahead.
I've got 3 of them. The first one, the Nature Company versus the Discovery Channel store. I love both of these. I feel like I like Nature Company more, but that might just be because I grew up with it. Discovery Channel store felt a little too branded to the channel for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Nature Company better. I mean, I worked at the Store of Knowledge in the Willow Grove
So
Mall,
the Store of Knowledge,
which
I
was
would
a
put it
competitor.
in the same thing, and I would throw that up there as well.
I mean, it's not as good.
Nature Company,
I
because
worked
like
there.
you got that wall of CDs, and you put your headphones on, and you just poke a CD, and it plays it for you. You got a big
I mean,
thing
there's
of
only one place to go
rocks.
to buy Wallace and Gromit VHS tapes.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I would pick the Nature Company over at either of those TV stores, including like the Warner Brothers Studio store, the Disney store. Those were very like, I don't know.
I guess.
It's just too, like, you couldn't go buy, if you bought a whole wardrobe there, you're really making a statement.
Yeah, I used to like to go to the Disney store because living in Tennessee, I wasn't close enough to the parks, and I was always a huge fan of going to Disney World. And it felt like a little taste of Disney World because their name tags were the same shape. They had like it was well designed and Imagineered inside.
Sure.
We used to have a game. It was, you have to go from the front entrance of the Disney store and touch the back wall and exit without someone coming up to you and saying, "Hi, welcome to the Disney store. You having a magical day?"
How often were you successful?
0.
Yep.
It was a magical place. I love the Disney store, but I wouldn't put Discovery with, I guess it is a branded from another entertainment source kind of store.
Right.
But yeah, I think the Nature Company's high up there in that category. Okay. So, next is B. Dalton versus Walden Books.
I think B. Dalton had a better selection of books than Walden Books did. By and large, they were a little bit bigger as stores, and the Walden Books, maybe sometimes you could find, like, all I was looking for as a kid was either Garfield, like new Garfield books,
100%.
or Garfield books I didn't have yet, or Far Side, Calvin and Hobbes, stuff like that.
And that
B.
humor
Dalton had a
section,
better selection.
the humor section specifically at B. Dalton, it had some slightly naughtier books.
Blanche Knots, anyone?
Oh, man.
Truly tasteless jokes?
Yeah. And then, and Walden Books seemed like it was going, "Come on, B. What are you doing, man? Come on. You're going to get us in trouble."
Yeah. Secret is have fewer books that fewer people want.
Yeah. B. Dalton, I would get excited to go to the bookstore in the mall.
Sure.
Oh, I loved it. Loved me a B. Dalton.
Love a bookstore.
All right.
To this day.
Oh, yeah. There was something, though, special about that because now going to a bookstore, it feels like I have to go to a destination. You know what I mean? Like I'm specifically going to a bookstore, whereas the bookstore in the mall was, oh, this is a little oasis from all of the popular kids buying clothes.
That's right.
I'm going to go in here in the bookstore and just go to the humor section and, see what Louis Grizzard is writing.
Yeah. Have you ingested the latest Irma Bombeck?
Delightful. All right. And then the final one of these is our record store, FYE versus Sam Goody. Or did you have a different one?
Versus The Wall.
What was The Wall?
Wasn't that the other one? The Wall?
I never had one called The Wall. Was that yours in Pennsylvania?
You didn't have The Wall? We had The Wall.
We had Sam Goody.
I mean, I loved Sam Goody. We had that too. The two O's in Goody are records.
Yeah, man. Then it's Sam Goody.
I would take Sam Goody for sure. Right. As a record store, not a question.
Yeah. All right, so those were the ones. Now, a lot of these malls had very cool places that were individual. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the comic book shop could be cool, but it's not a national chain comic book shop, you know?
That's right.
So I'm going to go now over some specialty shops in the mall.
Okay.
And you tell me which ones stand out to you and which ones you think I might be missing.
Okay.
We've got Bath and Body Works. Oh, here's another. This would be another binary choice for you. Bath and Body Works versus the Body Shop.
Bath and Body Works. Body Shop was too snooty.
Yeah, that's fair.
Too fancy.
Yeah. I think Bath and Body Works, though,
for everybody.
It might be in prison with Victoria's Secret. I think it was the same guy.
It's still a better store.
Yeah, fair. All right. So we've got the Nature Company, Sam Goody, B. Dalton, GameStop, Sharper Image.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. R.I.P. those massage chairs. And my personal favorite, Spencer Gifts.
Spencer Gifts. Sure.
So I felt so dirty going into Spencer Gifts.
Yeah, you could see nudity.
I became a man.
Male or female.
Male or female nudity.
Whatever you're looking for.
It's like
Spencer's has it.
What the hell was that store?
It was where you went. They call themselves Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah.
But these are gifts for a bachelor or bachelorette party.
Yeah.
A retirement for someone who it felt like for old men who called all women hun.
Yeah.
Or sweetie. Dirty grandmas.
There was a lot of
drunk golfers.
Dirty grandma cards.
Yeah.
I feel like as a kid, all of that stuff was edgy and cool. But now all of that stuff is terrible. Like it's not funny. The stuff that I thought was funny, all the stuff that I am embarrassed to have laughed at happened at Spencer Gifts. And then there was like a whole blacklight poster section. It was also for the stoners.
Yeah. It was a store full of things for nobody, which made it a store for everybody.
Yeah.
Because you could come and be like, I know someone who's going to love this mug that's got boobies.
Yeah.
And wearing a bikini top. And then someone is like, this old fart. This is toilet paper that looks like somebody's already wiped with it. This is going to be a great gag gift. So you could come in with a specific idea and actually go shop, or it could be like a museum of how far we've fallen as a species.
I feel bad when saying this list, my personal favorite, Spencer Gifts, because I'm realizing in the moment that it is just the store for all of our worst tendencies.
Right, but you didn't go there with a shopping list.
No, I just went in there to be naughty.
Yeah, of course. It's a place to go and explore the naughty side. It is the brothel that Beetlejuice builds in that model town. That is what Spencer's is. You go in, you see the worst of everything. If you're a kid, you desperately want the keychain that has 4 different fart noises with the buttons. Like you want those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is the sharper image. It is the duller image, the sleazier image. It is the image of all of our worst impulses borne out. It was a warning 40 years ago for where we are right now.
If you guys don't shape up, you know what's going to happen to this whole society?
Guess where you're headed. Yeah.
This is where you're headed. You mentioned it being the duller image, which I love. Let's talk about the sharper image. Did you or anyone ever buy anything from that store?
Yes, I did buy things from
Really?
there. Yes, they were like smaller things, but like little travel speaker. You'd buy little things there because the really good stuff was too expensive.
Yeah.
And who has $15,000 for a massaging chair?
I'll tell you who's got 15 minutes for a massaging chair.
That's
this
right.
guy when he was in high school.
Yeah. As soon as that middle-aged woman gets out of it.
Get out of there, Pam.
Yeah. Don't you realize it's been 15 minutes? I was timing you.
You did the same thing yesterday and last week. I'm not fighting over this chair with you, Pam.
It's a spa for people who don't want to pay for things.
Oh, man. Now,
Ooh, a foot massager.
I'll tell you what's insulting now. The mall here, they have massage chairs that you got to pay for just scattered throughout the mall.
It's ridiculous.
What is this? What is this coming to?
Spencer's Gifts, man.
Spencer Gifts, man.
Spencer's
This is how far we've fallen. There's one more that I did not mention in there that I forgot about. And shame
KB
on me.
Toys?
KB Toys. That's exactly it.
The store that wasn't as good as Toys R Us or Kitty City because it was too small.
But it was in the mall.
Because those were like huge things. This is a mall. Real estate is precious. They can't afford that much space. But they did have like cool wind-up pets.
They had a pen. Yeah, they had the pen in the front full of wind-up pets.
Yeah.
And one person's job was just to stand there and wind them all day.
And hey, ultimately a toy store is a toy store.
Yeah.
So if I get to like wander, I would love to go into the toy store. Let me see what G.I. Joes you have. What's Star Wars toys? What's going on with the Transformers? What's up with the Thundercats?
Yeah.
So there was enough there, but the ultimate failing of it outside of just the death of retail in general was this idea that you could have a smaller store when there are always 3 to 5, I would say, like toys that are in major demand across different age groups. And you don't have room for everything else.
Yeah.
So you either are not stocking enough of like when that stuffed Alf came out and that was like the biggest thing. They sat in the little cardboard spaceship. They didn't have enough of those.
Yeah.
So you like KB would be like, well, maybe nobody thought to go there because they never have it. As opposed to they definitely have it
because nobody goes
there. Toy
there.
store. Yeah. Right.
It's the same problem that Blockbuster had where you could have more movies, but you got to fill a whole wall with the one movie that just came out this week. And then you're going to do something with all those VHS tapes later. But for right now, this whole wall is going to be, Mr. Wrong.
That's right. And then I can't rent Firefox.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So of these stores, are there any that jump? Weirdly, I feel like a dark horse rose out of this just from both of your working there and my just sheer enjoyment of it is the ever delightful
Store of Knowledge,
Peaceful Nature Company.
I think it's nice. I would go with Spencer Gifts, and I'll tell you why. I think we collectively need to learn a lesson. We don't get to go to the nice cuddly store. No, you have to go buy some rubber vomit.
Yeah.
That's what you get. That's your science experiment.
All right. You know what? Our better angels have lost this battle, and Spencer Gifts is jumping into the lead there. Even over B. Dalton? Does Spencer Gifts beat B. Dalton?
Those better angels now have to wear an apron with full on it. Are we?
That look that you just made is that going to get bleeped?
I wondered. I was like,
should I say
I don't
this?
know. Hey, this is a hard truth. We're dealing with hard truths here. This is the mall. There are 2 other stores that I thought of.
Oh, okay, great.
One is Things Remembered. Oh. Which is, we'll put somebody's name on anything.
Yeah.
There's no way that would win. You just walk through there and go like, you know what Grandpa needs for his birthday? A wooden box with his name on a metal plate in the front.
Oh, good. They already have Grandpa. Because that's the name I use for him. What am I going to get?
Here's
Hank?
a metal disc. I'm going to get a date and a name put on it. Where can I possibly get that done? There must be a specialty store just for me.
Yeah. Ooh, look. Hands holding one another etched in the middle of this glass cube.
Yeah. Also, RIP to stores like Successories.
Yeah.
Where they'd sell like the Teamwork and it's a bunch of people parasailing and stuff.
Do you know what store I loved that we had very briefly? We had a hologram store.
Oh, sure.
Loved that hologram store. Also, shout out to all the little calendar kiosks just in the middle of the mall.
If you want to see people playing roulette, but the starting a business version, that is what something like the hologram store is like. Yeah. I'm betting that this is going to become, I've seen some of these on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
At a gift shop. People are going crazy. You know what they'll love? A store full of them.
Yeah. Hey, if you walk by this horse, it neighs. Oh, I did love that hologram store. The Magic Eye store. You look at the posters.
Yeah.
I loved that. All of these very short-lived kiosk stores that were so fun.
Everybody would do what you just said, though, which is look at it.
Yeah.
You know what they wouldn't
Buy
do?
it.
That's right. Yeah. The other is the arcade.
Yeah.
Every mall had an
That's
arcade
the thing,
for a
though,
time.
is can we just say the arcade? Because that was another one of those ones like the comic shop
Yes.
that was not branded. We had Aladdin's, there was Bally's, there were a few different ones.
Yeah. But I mean, like the idea of an arcade that would have Mortal Kombat 2, that would have Captain America and the Avengers, that would have NFL Blitz or Gauntlet, like they would have these things. That was a social gathering and a really important.
Yeah.
If my parents gave me $5, I knew how much time that would buy me at the arcade. If I was lucky enough to get $20, that was like
$5 at the arcade and $15 worth of crap at Spencer Gifts.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm going to get this booby mug and I'm going to sip Orange Julius over at the arcade while I'm playing Addams Family Pinball.
I'm going to get a Claudia Schiffer wet t-shirt poster. I'm going to get a naughty cookbook I'm going to get genital shaped pasta, 1 pound bag. I'm going to get a mug that looks like it's always full of beer.
Oh,
and then I'm going to go play Sunset Riders for an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm done at the mall.
I liked ours had Mad Dog McCree, which was cool because it was like a
Great
real
game.
movie. Man, the arcade. How? You're going to make us pick Spencer Gifts over the arcade? Why are you punishing us?
Because the arcade isn't for everybody. Spencer Gifts is for everybody.
Yeah. All right.
It's a warning and a punishment for everybody.
Yeah.
People of the
Wait,
world.
hold on, Hal.
What? Oh, is there something else to discuss?
Because before you give the verdict on this, I got news for you. I was right at the beginning. We're going to need 2 episodes. We're coming back with a mall food tour after this.
All right.
But for this
We've done
particular
best
episode,
food court food item, but we haven't done the best actual installment. So we'll get into that in another episode, but we'll deal with the stories. You were right. I was wrong. Strong and wrong. People of the world.
Don't you do
I
it.
need to be punished
Don't you do it.
for being wrong.
Oh, no.
And there's only one place I can go, and it's not the Phantom Zone, nor is it Rikers Island. It's Spencer Gifts, where I have to look at no less than 3 different sets of dice that have the F word on them, where I can get a headband that says lazy bitch, where I can get a Dayglow poster of mushrooms that I did not understand as a young child.
Look at all these
and
imps.
understand only a little bit more as an adult. I get it.
I'll tell you about it.
I'm straight-laced, straight-edge Hal. That's me. Sorry, everybody.
Not that straight-laced if you're going to Spencer Gifts.
That's true. I'm a bad boy, too.
Ooh.
I don't mind exploring. Look, we all need to explore the wild side of humanity and decide if that's who we are as individuals and as a collective species. And the only way to do that is to go to the mall and find the Spencer Gifts, the best store in the mall, because it's the worst. Asked and answered.
Wow. Well, folks, you heard it here. Go down to your mall right now and line up at Spencer Gifts. You know,
Line up?
Yeah, I assume it's going to be, assume it's full.
You're going to be stuffed in there like it's a 1930s college.
And you know what?
Everybody gets shoved in.
Make sure you wear something white on you because there is a black light on in there somewhere. There always was.
That's right.
This topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. One we even mentioned. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com or
find us on social media at We Got This Podcast, except for Instagram. We are We Got This Show on there. Join our Discord, bit.ly/WGT Discord. It's where we get tons of great suggestions for shows, unlike this one, which came from producer Ken Plume, whose flowers will be given out in just a moment. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube show. We do all sorts of fun live streams and bonus content, and that is the place to go. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and then you know when the new stuff drops. And as always, thank you to the Max Fun members who continue to make this show possible. If that's not you, but you want it to be, go to MaximumFun.org/joinWGT, and you will get access to the world's greatest library of bonus content just for you. Thank you to producer Ken Plume for all of his work and for this topic. Thank you to researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us an opportunity to sit here and obviously have a great time reminiscing about the places that were so special to us as kids growing up. We wish we could all be with you in the mall right now, having a blast spending that little bit of money that we had on whatever dumb stuff we wanted to spend it on. We would not do this show without you. We could not do this show without you. So, in the words of Pagliacci from the ceiling of Gadzooks, grazie, grazie, grazie. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin, and don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
I'm Graham Clark, co-host of Maximum Fun's Stop Podcasting Yourself, and I'm here with Max Fun Member of the Month, Matthew. Hello, Matthew. How are you?
Hi, Graham.
Thank you for supporting a thing that you love, that's something that you listen to. I do it as well, and I love being able to do that for the podcast that I listen to.
Plus, you're the kings of Boko.
Absolutely, we are.
I appreciate seeing those coming in.
Now, do you know what your perks are for being the Member of the Month?
I do. I mean, I get to talk to you, which is kind of the big thing. Of course, the
best.
the parking space.
Yep.
And I think there's $25 in the Max Fun shop.
And you also get a bumper sticker.
Oh, bumper sticker. That's right.
Yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to add? Talking to other people out there that are maybe considering joining Maximum Fun?
Knowing that you're supporting something that you like, that brings value and happiness to a ton of people, that's a good feeling. You're fighting the good fight.
Support the shows you love, including this one. Check the show notes for a link or go to MaximumFun.org/join.
Hi, everybody. It's Ellen Weatherford.
And Christian Weatherford.
People say not to judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree.
But we can judge a snake by its ability to fly, or a spider by its ability to dive.
Or a dung beetle by its ability to navigate with the starlight of the Milky Way galaxy.
On Just the Zoo of Us, we rate our favorite animals out of 10 in the categories of physical effectiveness, behavioral ingenuity, and of course, aesthetics.
Guest experts like biologists, ecologists, musicians, comedians, and more join us to share their unique insights into the animal kingdom.
Listen with the whole family on MaximumFun.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture.
Artist owned.
Audience supported.